It has been a cold winter here in Bloomfield Township. While we may still be waiting for warmer temperatures to come back, we've got some local stories to pass the cold weather months. Making the most of your library services, learning about new and ongoing township work, and even meeting a furry new police recruit. We've got a full episode of feel-good stories to share, so sit back, get cozy, and let's get into our winter edition of Living in Bloomfield. I'm here at the Bloomfield Township Senior Center. Here, residents age 50 and over can enjoy fitness and wellness programming for a wide range of ages and abilities. This past November, we had the opportunity to visit with a particularly special program, the Friendship Club. Serving individuals experiencing cognitive decline, such as dementia or Alzheimer's, the Friendship Club focuses on socialization and quality of life improvement. Program coordinators include music and art therapy, social engagement, pet therapy, and so much more. We talked with program directors and members to learn what a day at the Friendship Club is really like.
Adult day services are programs that provide engagement and structure and activities and socialization for people who are experiencing disabilities. There are different types of day programs, but in Bloomfield Township we focus on dementia. Friendship Club is such a unique program that we offer. The Friendship Club, that's the key. It is a club where people who are experiencing changes with cognition can come and feel welcome. It's their space, it's their friends. Very often in a family, when someone is experiencing dementia or changes in cognition, sometimes the social circle gets smaller and smaller.
There is certainly stigma with dementia, and some people are scared of that word. So I really want to advocate for people living with dementia that they can be out in the community just the same way anyone else is, and they can come to programs and have fun and laugh with us and feel like they are welcome.
One thing nice about the Friendship Club is someone to talk with during the day. I like coming because it gives me something to do and someone to talk to. Even though they're a lot younger than I am, it's nice to have that relationship.
The programs and activities that are scheduled for Friendship Club really are based on what can we draw out of a person, either their memories or their experiences or even a part of themselves that they haven't expressed in some time. One of the fundamentals is to have fail-free programming. So there's no one right answer, especially in the creative aspects, so that everybody feels successful with what they've done.
The activities are designed to hit different domains of recreation therapy, so things such as physical, emotional, cognitive, spiritual. So we try to add a variety of those each day. Social is a big one of those, which you'll see in all of the programs. The social aspect is in the exercise and the music and just the conversations that we have at lunchtime. So we'll pick activities based on a few different factors. Feedback is one of them. We love member feedback, so if we do something and the members say we loved that, we will continue to offer that, or the opposite if it wasn't quite a hit, and we'll say, okay, we'll try something else. Including them in decision making is a big thing. They still have a voice, and it's important to let them have that voice and give them the autonomy to make their own decisions as well. There are research studies to suggest that things such as exercise can delay some of the progression of symptoms. So while we will never prevent it or reverse it, programs like this are really beneficial in delaying some of the progression of symptoms, keeping the members that are attending active and mobile as well, so that they're able to physically complete tasks for themselves while engaging them cognitively too.
We do all of the required exercises for our body that our body requires to keep in shape and in a natural way, and we have fun. Surprisingly enough, I didn't expect to have fun when I came here, but we have good times.
People here are so nice, and the help is excellent. They're very excellent. And they make sure nothing happens to you or anything. And I really like it here.
We welcome volunteers, very specialized volunteers, to come into the program. We just believe that the more people that are there, the better the energy is, and just the more that people will gain from the program and the social interaction.
I'm a retired speech and language pathologist, so I felt that there was a need. I think there is in all of the different programs that deal with dementia and other memory care issues for pulling out language and getting them engaged. In speech and language, we're always told to, as much as possible, to pull out language in any way you can do it, through humor, through music, for instance, we even plant vegetables and fruits out on our patio, and as they're doing it, you know, what do you like most about it? That temporal lobe is the one that most of our members have short-term memory issues, but others are more severe and will respond with maybe 3 or 4 words, except when they're singing.
Oh, take me out to the party, take me out to the crowd. I've been working musically with people with memory loss for, I guess, about 25 years now. Music is such a great tool to use for people who are losing their memory because of Alzheimer's. They can retain musical memories. It's so important to lean into that because that's their positive experience for the day, for the moment, whatever it is. I'm not making this up. I think we sounded exactly like the Beatles, right?
Caregivers definitely benefit. The key is that they feel that their loved one is safe and with a trusted caregiver. The caregivers receive respite from the caregiving role, which actually benefits them in helping them be a better caregiver once they reconnect with their loved one. Not only are we doing Friendship Club, we also have this great program called Companion Cafe. And Companion Cafe is exactly like programs and activities that we do in Friendship Club, but the family caregiver stays with them. So they are doing those fun and engaging activities, but they're also getting that benefit of something to do as a couple or a daughter-mother team to have some enjoyment where there's no pressure, again, for success. It's all about looking for what works for people and creating a good experience for them.
The program is designed for people with early to mid-stages dementia. With that said, there is no official diagnosis required, so if anyone does think that their loved one is showing just signs of maybe some cognitive problems, memory concerns, they would be more than welcome to attend our program. I think it's important for a caregiver to know that the first trial day or the second trial day, there could be some hesitation. Some people might be anxious about it, and that doesn't mean that it's not a good fit for them. It means that we will try again. We really want to make people feel included and welcome here. A lot of our members have become friends and they have quite a connection. They look forward to seeing each other.
It is great. It is great. I don't know why I should enjoy it so much because I've got a nice home and I enjoy it. But it's just fun to come and be with the people, and it's not as though we know each other's names except for the name tags. The people are fun to be with.
Wow, you did it. Brava, brava.
If you are interested in the Friendship Club, we encourage you to attend an open house. Personally, I was a big fan of meeting therapy dog Jilly, but now there's another furry guy we want you to meet. Officer Box, a canine handler with the Bloomfield Township Police Department, recently retired his longtime canine partner, Havoc. After a well-deserved recognition from the department and the Township Board, Havoc is enjoying his golden years off the force. In his place, Officer Box introduced us to the department's newest canine. It's time to meet Rolo.
My name is Officer Box, and I am a canine handler for the Bloomfield Township Police Department. Being in canine, there's so much that goes involved with it. Generally, police departments will look at your work history, how many years of experience you have on. To give someone a canine right off the bat, it's going to be a disservice to that officer and to that canine. Not saying you can't come out of the academy and have confidence and hit the road running, but handling a dog is a whole, quite literally a different animal. The way I view it as canine is a way to assist those officers, whether it be detection, whether it be tracking, apprehension, evidence searches. They are a locating tool for us to use and also to keep other officers safe as well as the community. Canine Rolo, for instance, he's an 18-month-old German Shepherd Belgian Malinois mix. He just completed the Canine Academy back in November. He's a patrol explosives dog, which means he obviously does detection for explosives. He can go track, do evidence searches, apprehensions. This Canine Academy is an additional academy that you have to complete on top of all the additional training that you have. From day one, you're tracking, you're doing some sort of detection work with these dogs, and you progress slowly day by day, to where you learn how to operate and how to use your canine to the best of its ability. No one really knows how much work actually goes into it unless you're actually in it. Not every relationship starts off fantastic, but it's a bonding process. And through canine academies, through grooming, through brushing, through play, that's the bonding process that just try and create that bond more and more and more and build it up. He's a funny dog. He's kind of known as a bull in a china shop at the department because if he wants to go see somebody, he's gonna go see him. He'll jump in your lap. He wants to get some pets. Even if we're doing on a track, he'll kind of start getting a little excited, yelp, going. If he wants to go work so bad, he'll start barking. He'll start, I'll say, whining because he's getting so excited that he wants to go do the job. He's extremely enthusiastic about pretty much everything that we do.
Good tracking.
To be able to work with dogs is something that I've always wanted to do. I just think that the job itself is truly special. Rolo, being as young as he is, he needs something. He needs something to be able to get his mind going and be able to go out and have the ability to go track, do detection, do some sort of bite work for him or apprehension work. You can tell just even in his tail, it's just wagging nonstop. He's a happy guy whenever he's working.
Good boy.
Dogs may not be able to tell us their feelings, but that tail speaks for itself. Congratulations to Officer Box for our youngest and, dare I say, happiest police recruit. Now, when the weather turns as cold as it has been, I know I, for one, look for indoor respite. And that brings us here to the Bloomfield Township Public Library. The library hosts plenty of space for gathering, relaxing, studying, and of course reading, but there's still some hidden gems to uncover. In our next story, we take a close-up look at the many accessibility tools and services available to all ages and needs.
At Bloomfield Township Public Library, our mission is to spark curiosity and imagination by connecting the community to resources, support, and technology. And we can only do that if we remove barriers to access so that as many people in our community as possible can use our great library. Here at the library, accessibility means making sure that every resident can fully participate in everything that the library has to offer. We are committed to providing residents with disabilities equitable access to our programs, collections, and services. In our youth services departments, we offer Discovery Skills Kits, which are interactive, multi-sensory kits designed to support language, visual, motor, and cognitive development in children. These are especially helpful for our tactile and visual learners, and many children with various learning disabilities benefit from this sort of hands-on exploration of a topic. We also offer story boxes. Now, those pair a picture book with manipulative objects that represent characters, objects, or places in the story. These can be especially helpful for children with visual or language challenges to support their understanding of that story. In addition, we offer speech and language flashcards. We have magazines on a variety of disability-related topics, and we offer children's books in Braille, low vision, or large print options.
This is a kit that would fall under our toy collection, which again is more of a combination of toys, games, and assistive technology. This is a C pen reader. You can use it in a variety of ways. It can translate languages, it can read text out loud, there's a dictionary. You can scan text and it will read it out loud to you.
Asta sat quietly on exam table.
This is one of the items I'm excited to have in the collection because it is a try before you buy type of thing. These can be expensive, and if it doesn't work for you, I would rather you try the libraries than have to spend all of that money on something that just isn't a good fit. This is one of our Discovery Skills kits. So this Discovery Skills kit is intended to help somebody get ready for some first experiences that might be scary, whether they are a toddler or somebody with autism who just needs that extra support. So I have some social stories in here. A social story is pictures with sentences that describe a situation. So this one is going to the movies, and so it has information like phones should be put away as they can be disruptive to other moviegoers. So now I know before I go to the movies that I need to put my phone away. And then I have books in here for some other experiences that may be a little intimidating, like going to the dentist, getting your hair cut, going to the doctor. And then I have toys that you can use with the books to practice going to those different places. So a doctor's kit, a dentist kit, and I also have a haircut kit. Again, hair dryer is another thing that's very loud, can be kind of scary. So I can practice having a hair dryer right next to my head. The purpose of this is to explore those first experiences, try to get ready, and this would be great for a toddler who maybe is experiencing these things for the first time, or somebody who has sensory issues, whether it's sensory processing disorder or autism. A lot of these kits can be used by anybody, and that's what I always encourage when somebody is looking at the collection, is I don't want people to be scared by the word accessibility and think, this is not for me, I need to save it for the disability community or somebody who actually needs it. Everybody needs it.
They're practical resource kits geared towards their specific life needs, to help with things like dementia care, retirement resources, stroke recovery, and a lot more. We have one bag that focuses on adult ADHD. It has tools and aids in there specifically to help them thrive. It contains like a description of the kit, a few books. This is the wake up light. So a gradual sort of light to help you, to wake up easily and not be startled. This is a label maker and a gravity timer. Since a lot of the tech tends to be expensive, you can try it before you buy it. We have STEM kits to help people who are interested in science, technology, and things like that. Our STEM kits are for teens and adults. Anyone with an interest in doing things like assembling organ models to see how they work, or exploring electricity with spintronics. The kits take complex ideas, and turn them into like games that you can kind of play with and learn from.
So to check out one of our kits, you just need to have a library card, and it doesn't have to be a Bloomfield Township library card. It can be any library card that works with our system. So if you're a member of the library network, that counts. They go out for 3 weeks, just like books do. In terms of finding a kit, you can always ask a librarian and they can help. If I'm here, I'm always happy to kind of stop what I'm doing and talk to a person who's interested in the kits. And then for the toy kits, I created a toy menu, as I call it, which has a table of contents that kind of puts all of the toys in relation to different skills that they cover.
Accessibility also extends to our programs. We offer monthly sensory story times for children who may have difficulty in large groups or have sensory challenges. For any event, patrons may request accommodations in advance, and we will do our best to meet those accommodation requests. And in our large community room, we even have assistive listening devices available.
We do have screen readers, we have magnifying glasses, we have a computer that people can use that sits in the local history area. The keyboard has keys that are larger, and the screen expands the font so it's easier for people to read.
For our residents who are homebound, we offer library by mail. So this means that library materials can be delivered directly to them through the U.S. Postal Service. And then for people who are visiting our building, we provide motorized wheelchairs, walkers, and other assistive devices so people can navigate our large space more comfortably.
Libraries are one of the few places left that you can go and exist without having to pay for something. With our kits specifically, one of the things I really like about the kits is that you can check them out to test something before you buy it.
We're also open to suggestions and ideas. We welcome that from the public. If there's a tool or a resource that we don't have that people think that we should purchase, we're all ears.
Accessibility is essential to what the library does because we are a true public space. We are funded by the taxpayers of Bloomfield Township, and we want to make sure that we are serving each and every one of those taxpayers, their families. Every resident of Bloomfield Township is an important component of what makes this library a great place.
We think of disability as something that only happens to certain people and maybe something that happens starting at birth, but disability is a wide range of ages and it can happen to anybody, and that's why it's important for libraries and society in general to increase accessibility services that will ultimately benefit everyone, but especially for a community of people that are often marginalized or pushed to the side.
At the end of the day, we want our community to know that the library belongs to everyone. If someone needs an accommodation, we encourage them to reach out. We're always happy to work together to make the library as welcoming and inclusive as possible.
No matter the age or ability level, there's something for everyone to improve quality of life and learning. If you're interested in learning more about available devices and collections, stop by the staff desk or reach out online. Our last story takes us back out into the elements. During the fall and winter, the Engineering and Environmental Services Department took on a major infrastructure project at the Verner Estates subdivision. In sunshine, rain, and even snow, township staff worked with contractors to expedite a water main replacement, getting ahead of a road project scheduled for the spring of 2026. We talked with township engineers to learn how infrastructure projects are planned and completed.
Engineering and Environmental Services provide engineering services and environmental oversight for the township. We do oversight of capital improvement projects, whether that is water, sewer, or safety paths. We also do site plan reviews for both commercial and residential development. Public Works is our owner and operator. So if it's new, it's engineering that's putting it in. If it's maintaining the existing stuff, that's what Public Works does for us. Between Public Works and engineering, we have a little bit of a gray area. We're beyond the place where we can do routine maintenance to maintain our water system, and it comes at a time where it's more economical to completely replace it. So what we did in Verner Estates is we did a full replacement of all the water mains, including the main itself, water service lines in the right-of-way, as well as fire hydrants and other operating valves to make the whole system work.
Over time, pipes break down, or we have breaks, and we keep track of how many breaks are happening in certain areas. And that way we can look ahead to plan to remove those areas.
Verner Estates, they just voted to have the roads replaced, and they're paying into what we call an SAD. And next summer, the Road Commission of Oakland County will repave all the roads in Verner Estates.
So planning ahead on this job, this water main was on our list to replace anyways. But to get ahead of it before the road project was less intrusive on the homeowners.
We decided to do pre-chlorinated pipe bursting versus open trenches. So instead of digging up all the pipe, having trenches throughout the whole neighborhood, which would, of course, block access to intersections, driveways, and be a much more intrusive project, we actually put the new water main directly through the old water main.
Using the pipe bursting method, we're able to do stretches of water main to 300 feet at a time, shut down the services to the existing homes, put in the water main, and put it back in service within a 12-hour span of time, which is a lot more efficient and less messy. The high-density polyethylene will actually curve, so instead of replacing say a small bend like an 11¼ degree bend, the high density polyethylene will actually make that bend and turn as it follows along behind the splitter. Basically, it makes less mechanical fittings. And this just eliminates another spot where you could have a potential leak.
The residents provide is the feedback that helps us inform our decisions. We had break data on like where water mains are breaking, where we're having sewer leaks. We have age of their infrastructure, but then there's only so many of us in the ESD. We have 7 people total, and even if you add public works in there, we don't have eyes everywhere in the community. So that kind of feedback helps us know where the problems are. That gives us feedback to help get into the decision what projects need to be done. Public Works is our owner-operator, so they get a large input in that. And then we're really making recommendations based on all of that together with Public Works to the Board of Trustees, which will make the actual investment decision on behalf of the township. We start with a relatively small staff in the township that works oversight the projects. We really provide the big picture oversight, what projects be done when, and then we do have direct hands-on, but we hire out the heavy lifting. We don't have designers for every different type of project, so we'll go to an architect and engineer firm, in this case, Hubbell, Roth & Clark, to give us that expertise. A couple of the problems that come to mind is utility conflicts. We're going to do detailed reviews, field walkthroughs of the project, but things will still happen. So we may have to just simply move something, such as, hey, this fire hydrant was planned here. When we open up the ground, we find out, you know what, this natural gas line is 5 feet further to the south than we thought it was. So we can do some relocations and adjustments for that way. But other things happen that are a little bit beyond our control.
Sometimes the ground is so hard that we've actually had to dig up relief holes, take some of the pressure off. Seeing this water main was installed over 60 years ago, that ground has, over time, basically gotten so hard that it would hold us up to the point it would actually snap the rods on the machine. So we had to actually dig a few extra holes that we hadn't planned on. With the change in weather, we now have full snow. It does make it difficult for the contractors to do the work. Instead of using what we would normally use as a hot mix asphalt, bring in a machine, put the asphalt down, compress it, and roll it out. Because of the weather change, we are no longer able to get the hot mix asphalt. Nobody's making it. So instead, we're using one material that's called cold patch. So our contractor, throughout the winter, is going to have to look at it, come back, put more down, compact it as well as they possibly can. And that way we still have good, safe roads for homeowners to drive on.
In engineering, often we think that if we don't hear anything, we're doing our jobs right. Nobody wants to hear about water main breaks. So in some cases, our job is to get ahead of that kind of stuff. In other cases, we'll respond to that stuff. But in all cases, communication with the public is a really important part of what we do. We welcome people coming into the office, we welcome phone calls, and we welcome people, honestly, waving at us as we're driving down the street, especially if we're in a community, right? One of the reasons that I go out to a project every day, it helps me keep my pulse on a project. It also helps me be visible with a Bloomfield Township sticker on the side of my vehicle and vest that I wear out there to identify, hey, if they have a problem, they can come find me. And I love doing that. I love being where the rubber meets the road. I think we really do a good job of having an open relationship with the community, and I think many residents feel comfortable coming to us with their problems and sometimes with their compliments.
Verner Estates residents can expect final landscaping work to be completed after the weather turns and before the SAD begins. Complete updates on infrastructure projects can always be seen at the Department of Public Works, online or in person. That's all for our winter edition. If you know a person, a group, or event that you think we should know, reach out to us with your ideas. Until next time, this has been Living in Bloomfield.